Use your God power. Get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin.
This explanation is continued from the prior segment. For best results, watch the prior segment, number 50, first.
If you're beginning to worry, it's going to have a little more problems. If you're beginning to feel good, it's going to be, the newest version of it is going to be pretty good shape. If you think you're getting older, then it's going to keep looking older and looking older. You can't do anything at the physical representation level. You have to do it at the beliefs and meanings level. These people that are taking anti-aging drugs and stuff, let me tell you what's happening, if anything, is by taking the drug, they're getting what? They're getting the meaning that they're doing something about their aging, and so maybe they are looking better, but it's because of the beliefs and meanings. That's the only place it can change. It can't change the body. You can't physically change the body. Remember, everything you do physically, remember back from chapter 1, your God power. Everything you're doing physically, whether it's lifting a weight or anything you do physically, is only giving meaning. The physical action is a way of conveying meaning. Remember the operation? The guy operated on his knee? By operating, you were conveying meaning that he was going to be better. They got better. The people who had the operation got better, and the people who thought they had the operation got better. One got the meaning conveyed by the actual operation. One got the meaning conveyed because they thought they had an operation. Both got better. Both had meaning changes. That's the only place it can change. That's the only place it has any influence. That's the only place that you can make a difference, is in the beliefs and meanings. You can't do anything about the body. The body is just a reflection of the program and beliefs. Here in the next line it says, the created result, a representation which is a reflection of the programs and beliefs. The only way that you can change this reflection is to change the source, which is the program and beliefs. How can you change a reflection? You can't. You have to change the source of the reflection for the reflection to be different. If you want the body to be different, you have to change the meanings, which is the source, and it's reflected in the body. You can't change the reflection. It is only represented result of beliefs and meanings, period. And anything you think you're doing physically, anything you think you're doing to your body to create whatever result you want, anything you are doing physically, remember this: you are only conveying meaning. You are not actually physically doing anything. The thing that you think you're physically doing is creating a meaning, which is then representing itself as the change. But it wasn't because you changed it. It was because you conveyed the meaning that you changed it, and the reflection, the result, the representation was the change. But you didn't physically do the change. You created meaning, which created change, which represented change in the fraction of a second, at a speed so fast we will never know that vibrating speed of how fast things are represented from meaning. So there you have it. Computer music player, Second Life, virtual world, and physical human life. Source of all energy, that's everything. The non-physical energy form, or the computer. Program that dictates how that power is going to be represented. How is the computer power going to be represented? Program says it's going to be represented as a music player. Or the program says it's going to be represented as a character and the virtual world. That's where the dictate is how the program is going to be represented. Here for us, it's our beliefs and meanings. Maybe this time you have a program which dictates that you're going to be represented as a female. Maybe next time you're going to be represented as a male. Maybe you'll be represented as someone who has a disease. Maybe you'll be represented as someone who does not. But guess what? You can change those meanings and change your own representation. That is the power of your God power. Your God power is a programming tool. It's like going into these programs in this computer and changing the music player or changing your avatar. That's what your God power is. You go in there and you change your beliefs, you change your meanings, and guess what? You have a different result. Just that simple. When I activated my computer music player, I noticed that it had no wrinkles, nor did it have any color blotches. I also noticed the same thing with my computer avatar representative in the virtual world of Second Life. No signs of aging. This is because there is no programming that will create these types of aging representations. They are programmed to always look the same. These are known as static programs. That means that while they may have a few options built in, once they are created, they aren't changing anymore. Our program, beliefs, is a dynamic program. That means that it is always adjusting and changing. This results in an ever-changing representation that matches the new program. As we think that we are getting older, we are altering our beliefs, which is our program, and thus creating a new resulting representation of ourselves. The good news is, the great news is that we can change our programming back to a prior configuration. Not only can we stop changing our program to represent an even older version of ourselves, we can change it to represent an even younger version of ourselves, as we saw with Ellen Langer's 1959 experiment. The program control level is the field of all possibilities. Anything can be created there and then represented in a visible, noticeable way. Nothing happens or can be changed at the representation level. Remember, like the computer music player, no changes can be made at the representation level. You may think that you are making changes at this level, but you are only conveying meaning from this level to the beliefs and meanings level, which then represents itself again back down to the representation level in the new form. It is just like the music player. When you move the volume slide switch up, you have only conveyed the meaning to the program, which then represents the volume slide switch in the up position and then raises the volume of the music. The physical level is only a representation level and not a functioning level. Remember that all statements and thoughts about yourself and your world are programming commands. That is to say, when you joke about getting old, you are going to be getting even older. Joking is no joking matter. When you joke in a negative way by saying things that you don't really want just to be funny, it's funny all right, but what's not funny is you are asserting meaning, which is programming yourself. When you say, "I'd be lucky to get into that dress or those pants," what are you saying? What about "pass me another cancer stick" when referring to cigarettes? What? If it doesn't convey the meaning that you really want overall, then don't say it. Don't think it. Practice asserting meanings that you really want. I don't mean to say things that aren't really true. That doesn't work either. Because inside, it points out your shortcomings and actually draws more attention to them than you might otherwise have had. Just forget what isn't perfect and concentrate on what is. Now is the time to throw out all those coffee mugs that say, "I'm not getting older, I'm just fermenting." Everything in your house, on your computer, in your thoughts that is making fun of aging is confirming that you are aging. It is bringing aging to mind every time you see it or think it. Every time you think aging or I'm getting old, or just old in general, you are asserting and confirming the meaning. The meaning that it conveys and confirms is aging is real and it's really happening. When you do this, you are using your most prized possession, your God power, to assert and confirm that aging is real, keeping you on the path of aging.
To continue, go to How to Use Your God Power, chapter number 10, segment number 52. Let your quest for knowing continue.